All right, today this is another crypto Q&A with Joel. Right on. So what we're going to talk about today is, the markets have been down recently, and getting a lot of people ask me, where should I put my money? Should I get in now? Honestly, unless you've got time to dedicate, A, for research, B, you want to do some fundamental analysis, FA, you want to do some technical analysis, MTA, you want to do some social awareness or social analysis on, watching YouTubers and seeing what's coming out in the social calendar for releases, for updates. That's a lot. That's a lot for somebody who's going to be just dabbling and throwing a few dollars at this as investing part-time. You really got to manage your money. It's almost like a full-time job. So unless you're going to be a day trader, swing trader, or and actively research, what I'm going to suggest is maybe boring. It's referred to as boring investing, but it's DCA. Now, what is DCA? Dollar cost averaging. Now, why and how? Why we want a DCA is to avoid the pitfalls of trying to time the market. So let's say you have a sum of money that you want to invest and you don't know if you should put it in now or later or wait. Is it high? Is it low? I mean, you want to buy low and sell high, but when is the right time to put your money in? If prices are low, they're on sale, but are they going lower? Right? And if you time it wrong, you put a sizable amount of money in, let's say you buy $5,000 worth in a couple of weeks and it's worth 2,000 or 3,000, can you ride it out? Depends. How averse to risk are you, right? So one way to minimize the risk is to ladder in your investments, which means put a lot of small investments over time. And one of the ways where you can do this without thinking, without doing all the hands-on research and being, putting alerts and being ready to jump when things hit a certain level, is just dollar cost averaging. So that means you set a fixed amount of money that you're going to put aside, or buy investments on a regular time frame for a fixed amount. So let's make it super simple. For example, you either do $25 every payday, every 2 weeks, or you do $100 a month. Now, if you're going to do $100 a month and buy Bitcoin, for example, it doesn't matter what the price of Bitcoin is on any day. You're going to purchase $100 worth on that day, every month, $100 worth, $100 worth. So what happens is when you're doing that purchase, if Bitcoin price is high, you're going to acquire less Bitcoin. And if the Bitcoin price is low, you're going to acquire more Bitcoin. Over time, that averages out. So that's why it's called dollar cost averaging, because it's going to average out the cost of acquiring your Bitcoin. And the whole goal is for some time frame down the road, whether it's a year, 3 years, or 5 years, to have acquired a lot of Bitcoin. So this can apply to several different cryptocurrencies. So one of the easiest ways to get set up, like if you're just getting started and you're new and it's overwhelming, I recommend just open up a Coinbase account, use my link. I don't know if the link is there, the link is here, the link is there, whatever. Use the link that I share. It's, Coinbase is going to give me a $10 affiliate commission once you've traded $100 worth. So it doesn't come out of your account, just Coinbase gives me a kickback, and that'll help pay for my time to make these videos. Thank you. Just set up your Coinbase account and do auto reoccurring purchase. That's it. So maybe do $25 a month, $50 a month, or, in my case, I'm doing $25 a day in Ethereum and $25 a day in Cardano. And it's going to accumulate over time. So I don't really have to watch the prices. I'm super busy at work lately. So that's why I'm trying to not have to watch the charts and time everything. This way I can just set it and forget it. And I'll check back in, 6 months or a year. So let me just share my screen here. And we'll go over one of the things. So Investopia.com, you can look up dollar cost averaging. So what is dollar cost averaging? What is DCA? It's an investment strategy in which an investor divides up the total amount to be invested across a periodic purchase of a target asset. in an effort to reduce the impact of volatility on the overall purchase. So a lot of big words to say what I said in simple terms. And if we look at dollar cost averaging on Wikipedia, it's an investment strategy that aims to reduce the impact of volatility on large purchases of financial assets, such as equities. In this case, we're talking about crypto, and crypto is highly volatile. So yes. Now, here's a real cool, interesting site, especially if you want to do if you want to play that shoulda, coulda, woulda game, like, what if I did this 10 years ago? All right. So in this case, let's take, the website's called DCA BTC.com, dollar cost average Bitcoin.com, DCABTC.com. I'll put the link in the when I share the video. Okay, so basically $25 weekly. All right, so you put in the amounts and you want to play with it and see what it is. So $25 weekly for a year. So if I started a year ago and I put $25 a week in Bitcoin, my money output would have cost me $1,325, but it'd be worth $4,611 today, right? So let's amp this up a little bit. What if I did, let's see, what if I did $500 monthly, but I started 3 years ago? The outlay of cash that I would have put aside or put into this would have been $18,000, and the Bitcoins would be worth $119,289 right now. So great way to kick yourself in the butt and say, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Of course, the past is no indication of the future. Do your own research. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is just a cool for entertainment purposes only. This is just a cool website where you could punch in some numbers. And, I was going to say, if I had put $25 daily and started 3 years ago, would have cost me $27,400, and it'd be worth $199,726 today. So that's why, in my case, I decided to start with the $25 a day. And I'm not doing Bitcoin. I'm putting into Ethereum and Cardano. Those are two other projects. When you get started with Bitcoin being the brand name, the original, the first cryptocurrency, you quickly see that the cryptocurrency markets they're roughly, I don't know, 6, 7, 8, 9,000 coins. Depends. There's so many different projects. But basically, I just look at each one of them as a software company. What does it do? Who's on the board? Who's running the show here? Do they have a use case? So that's how I do my fundamental analysis, and I only get behind projects that have actual use case. So I stay away from the meme coins. There's no use case for those. It's just popularity based on who's tweeting about it or who's got the coolest YouTube or TikTok videos about that meme coin that anybody can create. So I stay away from those, and I really only invest in projects that have real use case and have real known people working on these projects. Nothing anonymous. All right, so what is DCA, dollar cost averaging? Why do DCA? Well, if you're busy and you can't, or you don't want to, or you feel intimidated with being a trader and actively monitoring, actively doing the research, honestly, setting up alerts and being glued to your charts for a couple hours every day, really. Instead, take a sit back and relax approach, have a strategy, DCA, just set it and forget it. Either put whatever you're comfortable with, $25 a week, $25 a month, $50, $100 a month, $25 a day, whatever your comfort is, set that and forget it. Example, you could do a crypto for college type of account, and you could set up reoccurring purchases with the Coinbase links that I have, with OKCoin, with Voyager, with Gemini, with crypto.com, all the big exchanges, the more legit exchanges, Binance US, they all do recurring purchases like this. So it's a great way to set it and forget it type of investment plan. So for my son, for example, I've got him set up with $25 every 2 weeks. So $50 a month in crypto purchases automatically. And we'll check back in, in a half dozen years when he's ready to go to college and see how much it's worth then. Fingers crossed, it'll pay for his, bachelor's, and there you have it. That's the plan. All right, so if you guys have any questions, reach out, join the Facebook group. I'm pretty active in the Facebook group. And, don't forget, you get to download my free ebook that I wrote. I originally wrote it in 2012. I've had to update it several times, but back then Bitcoin were $12 when I first started buying them. So crazy, insane ride over the last, 9 years. And this is right now the easiest strategy to get in the crypto game. All right. So that's a crypto Q&A. What is dollar cost? What is DCA? It is dollar cost averaging. Great. And put any questions in, shoot me a message on Facebook. Cheers.